Hey everyone, welcome back. Just going to be a quick video this week. Unfortunately, the video that was going to go out wouldn't render, and in the process of trying to resolve the rendering issue, I ended up deleting the whole video. So I thought I'd give you a quick update on how we've been getting on since we upgraded our solar system to 12 kilowatts. It's a month and a bit in. Month of November went really well. We didn't have to run the generator for pretty much the whole month until the end of the month, where we got a couple of really dark, gloomy days. Just goes to show, no matter how big your system is, if you don't get sun, you're going to have to use the generator. Been struggling to get the batteries up to full charge, but I think I know what the issue is. I didn't set the charge voltage before I left, and it's been a 6-week stint away from home. Only getting back on the 20th of December. Hopefully I can then get stuck into the inverters and set up the charge current going into the batteries. Something tells me each inverter is only charging a maximum of 50 amps into the batteries, so a total of 100 amps when it's charging flat out. I'm going to up that to 100 amps per inverter. I've had a bit of chance to do a bit more research, and I reckon I should be able to push 200 amps into the battery bank without any issues. On top of that, I've pulled the trigger and I bought another battery, so another 16 kilowatt hours, which I will add into the system when I get back in December, giving me a total of 48 kilowatt hours. That should help significantly, but we need to make sure that we can get enough charge into the battery bank to try and get it up to full charge when we've got sun, particularly in winter where the hours of sunlight are a lot less than what we used to in the summertime. Due to work demands, this trip I've stayed away from home for 6 weeks. We've got huge deadlines that we need to hit by the end of January, so I decided taking a week off wasn't the right thing to do, and that's why I've been away for 6 weeks this time. Won't be doing that again. Back to 3 weeks on, 1 week off from next year. So from now on, it's going to be fine-tuning the system to get the most out of it. First place to start is increasing the charge going into the batteries. I think that will hopefully make a big difference and allow us to get to 100% charge even on days where we don't have many hours of direct sunlight. All in all, despite the issues I've been moaning about not being able to get the batteries up to a full charge on days where we don't have great sunlight, I'm very happy with the upgrade. It's made a big difference to the requirement to pull out the generator. Last year in November, we had the generator running pretty much every day from the start of the month all the way through November, December, January, and partway into February. I'm hoping that we can minimize that quite a bit. Now, during winter, the sort of idle current draw is a bit higher than it is in summer because we've got the central heating running. So we've got the pumps kicking in and out but through the night, but it's not that much of an issue. We've got sort of low energy pumps throughout the system, so the current draw goes up by about, when the pumps are running, maybe 50 to 60 watts. So we're just going to have a quick look at the last 30-day chart, and you can see what I was talking about. Beginning of November we were fine. One bad day, not a problem. We can see through without any issues and not needing to run the generator, as long as we had sun the next day. It's towards the end of November, around about the 29th, as you can see the blue line, which is current draw, versus the yellow line, which is solar generation. That's when the generator sort of was hauled out in anger, and it's run for quite a few days since the end of November. Yesterday being the first day we didn't have to run the generator. If we scroll down here and have a look at the last 30 days, anywhere in the battery charge current where we haven't put at least, I would say 10 is the safe bet. If we haven't put 10 kilowatts into the batteries and the next day is a bad day, like December the 1st, we would have run the generator on the December the 1st, December the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th was okay, and then today, the 8th of December, we've had to run the generator again. It will make a big difference when we can angle the panels and get the extra 16 kilowatts wired into the system. But all in all, quite happy with how it's performing. On the old system, we would have been running the generator far more often than we have at the moment. On the old system, if we had one bad day, we had to run the generator the next day pretty much. The big difference with the lithium batteries is we can comfortably drop them down to about 20% charge capacity. Mandy's had a hard time getting her head around that, panicking when she's going to bed and we've only got 55 or 60% in the battery bank. But 30% drain overnight, which we could look at reducing the draw, but I'm not too worried about that for now. Once we get the extra 16 kilowatts on, it'll be even less of an issue. I will have to look at angling the panels, particularly in winter, because we are losing out quite a bit of generation with the panels lying flat on the roof. But that'll be another project to build up some decent brackets. I'd like to build them in such a way that I can automatically raise them and lower them. So when we've got heavy winds, I can hopefully automate it so that when the wind goes above a certain wind speed, it'll automatically drop the panels down flat.